Should we do some magic? I hope this all works.
All right, 3, 2, 1, snap.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yay!
There we go. Look at these mans.
There's people's here in our magic pictures.
Hello.
We've been super excited to have you guys come on this. Since we started talking about wanting to do this show, it's been 24 episodes plus like what 3 or 4
A few
gaming
game ones,
episodes.
yeah.
So
There
we're
were
coming
slight
up
delays,
on 30
okay.
episodes and we're
Scheduling
finally getting you
issues.
in.
As you
just
mentioned, GCX and everything that we had going on, and our life.
It's like you guys
often
are busy.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's okay because like this is a great opportunity to jump on and say hi to people and honestly put a focus on both of you because you've been working your butts off with the show and it's to me it's absolutely amazing to see. I'm very proud of both of you.
Golf
Aw.
claps for the ladies.
Well, I think Sam, you and I should introduce our husbands because there might be some people
Sure.
that don't know who they are. So do you want to go first?
Sure. The one above my head is my man's. This is Eric, but he goes online as DaacDaac or short for we call him Dac. We've been married 10 years. a
And
long
it'll be 10
time.
years in August.
Yeah, in a month. So he's actually not in industry at all. He's my
Nope.
behind the scenes. He does all the magic that you don't see.
Good for you for staying out of the industry, by the way. Good for
I'm
you.
lucky in that way.
Can we honestly can we get claps in chat for that alone? Jeez.
I don't know if I could handle somebody in industry. I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all are wild.
Sam's tried to get me to stream on multiple occasions, but this
Yeah, but, like,
obviously is not
on
a
my
good place to
channel,
do it.
like,
I'm in
to
my
take
living
over.
room.
So
Well,
I can
yeah, I
sleep.
mean, Eric, you do take over when Sam does the super long streams, right? When she's done
Sometimes.
her 24-hour streams, I hop on and Sam looks a little different. She looks like you.
It's weird how
I got
that
a
happens.
mustache.
I mean, we are magic, so you took some polyjuice potion or something. I don't know.
I stole his strands.
Copyright
Oh,
pending.
gosh. And instantly gets weird. now.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a long day.
The whole
1
thing's gonna be
hour.
weird. Well, for those of you who don't know, this is my husband, lifting him up right here. I
You
call him
don't know who
Benjamin,
this
but
guy is.
nobody else can call him that. So this is Ben.
I don't even know who I am half the time. So yeah, no, that's fine.
And he goes by DrLupo. If you don't, never heard of him. We have been married for 11 years, coming up in August as well.
I was
Impressive.
gonna say also August.
Yep, our anniversary is just a couple days after yours.
Ours is the 12th. When
Yep,
Joss?
ours is the 14th.
So
Wait.
we'll be married 10 years together, right? For 2
Wait,
days.
your guys' anniversary is August 12th?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Correct.
same as
Yeah,
Tim's,
we-
the same as Tyler's, the same
know what
as
day that
Charlie's
is.
birthday.
It's
What?
a beautiful day.
Why is I don't want to share the day anymore. You guys have to change it.
I don't want to
Hey,
hear about
technically,
sharing
we
days.
had it first before Tyler and Charlie. We are happily sharing with. Like we would love to give that day fully to Charlie.
I share
honestly.
my birthday with my brother and my niece.
Yeah.
Wait, for real?
For
Yeah.
real.
His mom shares her birthday with her sister. Like they
Oh
all
my
share
gosh.
days.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So many birthdays. Anyways,
So many
we've been
things.
married
August is
for a
busy
long
month.
time.
Jeez. Okay.
Anyway,
Interesting.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Sorry, go on.
yeah.
You're fine.
Everyone
Threw me
learned
off.
something today.
Benjamin and I have a almost 6-year-old little boy, Charlie, which we mentioned his birthday is coming up in August. Sam, do you want to talk about your
Yeah.
dude?
We have an older child. We don't say his age, but his name is Leif, and he's absolutely fabulous. Just stellar kid. And yeah. That's,
Wait,
that's ours.
are we bad parents for saying how old Charlie is?
Not at
No.
all.
No.
Mm-mm. It's just a thing that we do for his sake until
I
we
didn't
know
know
that
that.
he can protect himself.
I mean, Charlie's been on streams that technically since the moment he was conceived, right? Because you were not
that's
the
true.
moment.
Wait,
The moment.
Stop.
honey,
What
you
kind of
gotta,
stream is this?
honey, we gotta watch the phrasing on that. Dear
Okay,
internet, we
since
did not
we
conceive
knew that
Charlie.
he was inside my belly. He has been.
It was immaculate conception. He's magicked, obviously.
You don't take that credit away from Ben.
Oh my gosh, we're on front page.
Listen, Dear front page of Twitch, I did a lot of the work. I'm just putting that out there, obviously. All right.
Oh no.
Okay.
No, no.
Anyways,
Damn, I think you're
is this
turning
the
red.
time to run an ad break?
Nah, let him enjoy it. You gotta let chat bask in it. It's fine.
So, okay, since we knew that we were pregnant, you have been streaming. So
Yes.
people have watched Charlie like
Watched
grow in
what?
my belly
Grow
all the
up,
way
yeah.
from the moment that he was born up until now. So I mean, I think it was for us, there was no hiding that really.
No.
Yeah, like, people would know the timeline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, unless we
Yeah.
just didn't say anything and then all of a sudden we just showed up with a baby that's like,
Surprise.
you could maybe be anywhere between 3 to 6 months old, but even then, like there was no
Yeah.
hiding or denying Charlie's age.
That's okay. Yeah,
So-
don't worry about that at all.
Yeah.
It's just our thing.
You ready for some questions to ask the boys?
Heck yeah. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's grill them. Knuckles crack. He doesn't actually do it. There you go.
Well, I can kind of get it. I can't get it
Oh,
loud
you're
enough
like-
to be. Did you hear that?
Ooh, I did. Oh, I don't
Ah,
like it.
nice.
I can't crack my knuckles. It
Oh,
hurts.
I can.
Oh no, it hurts so bad.
But I can't do it like this. That's always so impressive. Anyway,
No.
all right. So the way that we do this is you can either jump in if you feel more comfortable answering. However, there are some that we do want answers from both of y'all. So what we can start with, let's start with Ben and then Eric and then Ben. So whichever.
Cool.
All right. So Ben, starting with you, what's the biggest thing that changed whenever you became a father?
The biggest thing that changed when I became a dad has got to be the overwhelming sense of responsibility to another person. And I know that my chat is probably expecting some random BS joke answer, but this is serious. Is that you don't realize until you're in the moment that you are going to have it's jarring to have somebody else relying on you because they're literally helpless. And not in like a way like he can't take care of himself. I guess actually kind of in a way that he can't take care of himself. He's 5 years old. Now, but like right when he's born, it's like little infants are like little potatoes. They are. They can't do anything for themselves. Like a pet, like a cat or a dog, they're pretty self-sufficient relatively quickly, right? A human being, we do not grow in the same way nearly as quickly, and so suddenly you have something that you have to keep it alive because it literally can't keep itself alive, you know?
Thankfully now he can get up and get his own snack, and turn his iPad on
Oh.
and play a game, and we get to sleep in an hour occasionally. Ugh.
Kid would live on cookie bars and playing Forza now all day. He'd be fine. It took a little while, but we
At
got him
least
to the
he
point where
knows.
he's yeah.
He knows
Leave
not
the
to turn it
bathroom.
on until he gets permission from you, right?
Is that what he's been playing with the wheel?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
He for the first day he was like topping out at like 40 miles an hour. Yesterday I was watching him, he's going like 120 down the street. I'm like, okay, well, he figured out how to push the gas pedal down all the way.
He was
Let's
like,
not get him in a real car for a while.
Mommy, should we see how fast I can go? I'm like, yeah, buddy, do it. He's like,
Good luck.
And like the whole car is like shaking as he's getting faster and faster.
Yep.
A little rattle.
Vroom,
Well, Eric,
vroom.
what about you?
My answer was going to be similar to his, so now I have to wing it. It's probably going
Sorry.
to be no, you're fine because it's a good answer. It's probably going to be the overwhelming sense of your priorities shift
Oh yeah.
really fast because of the responsibilities that come with being a dad. You have to, like you said, keep something alive, and that might seem easy for some people who aren't. But when it's the middle of the night and your kid's screaming and you don't know why, it can become overwhelming really fast.
Mm-hmm.
There was many a nights in that first week or so, Benjamin, that all three of us were just sitting there crying because
Yep.
Yeah.
Charlie obviously needed something and we couldn't figure it out, and obviously then I'm overwhelmed because I have all of these shifting hormones and stuff like that, and you're crying because you can't help me because I can't help Charlie.
Hooray!
Yep. That sounds
I
very
remember
identical.
there was one night that we were sitting there and I was holding Charlie and he was just crying and you were holding me. on top of, like, you were just snuggled up next to us on the floor of his room, and we were just all hugging and crying because we didn't know what to do.
A giant pitiful mess. Yep.
Oh my god.
That is parenting.
Yeah.
There is,
I
and
think
there are
everyone
moments
goes
where
through something like that.
nothing fixes it at all. Literally, they
Nope.
just want to be like picked up. And we had an eat-in kitchen, so our dining table was in our kitchen, and so we'd be doing laps around the kitchen table for hours, just holding him because as soon as you hit the couch, instant
Oh.
cry. It's like the weather changed.
Babies,
Yep.
You knew it.
babies understand elevation. I 100% believe it.
1000%.
For sure,
I-
because I was trying to get our kid to calm down, and as soon as I sat down, nope, got to start crying again.
Yeah.
As
Gotta
soon as I
stand up and
stand
walk.
up, he's fine.
The
So
amount of
doing
steps you
newborn
got.
photography, I got to handle a lot of different types of babies, right? Like, you know, ones that are colicky and ones that are more chill and more whatever. Every single baby knew as soon as I took them from here down to my like waist level to put them on the beanbag, they just knew. They were just like, the winds have changed.
Yeah.
Feel a disturbance in
they
the
wake
force.
up or whatever. And so always the worst part is, you know, I would take pictures with a flash, right? A studio light. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh no.
they're all sleeping or whatever and looking all cute, and then the flash goes off and they go
Yep. Shoot away.
freak out from the light. And in my head I'm thinking, that took me 20 minutes to get you into that position, and I got one picture.
No.
Hope it was a good one. It's the only
Oh
one
my
you get.
God.
Usually it's not. Usually the first one. So like, you know, you want to get that ideal picture or whatever, but you always have to take a just in case throwaway picture. Just
Yeah.
in case the whole entire post
Yeah.
falls apart. At least you know you got them half-assed in there. And then
You got
the
one
parents
more.
aren't gonna know
Something's
the difference.
better than nothing.
Most of Leif's newborn pictures are him crying.
Of
Well,
course.
Hooray! Gotta love those memories, right?
Yeah, I'll show him later. He's sitting
You're
next to
like-
the cute little football and he's crying.
This is you as a baby, and you were very annoying.
You were a
You did
mess.
this stuff. This is your fault.
Uh,
You
don't
ruined your
ever
own
say that.
pictures.
Don't ever actually blame your child for that kind of thing. And don't, Chad, don't take that seriously. That's bad advice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
blame
no.
yourself.
Maybe
Do
we
as
shouldn't be
I say,
having this
don't do as I do.
conversation on the front page. Which, by the way, welcome to everybody that is coming from the front page. I saw that we had flipped over just a few minutes ago. For those of you guys that don't know, this is the Magic Word. I am Mrs. Dr. Lupo, and Sam
Yeah,
is my
Sam.
co-host. If you guys want
Coast.
to coast,
Coast.
and we have our husbands with us today, and we're just talking about being parents, and you know, talking about how cool our baby daddies are. I like calling you guys
Yeah, pretty cool.
baby
Baby
daddies.
daddy.
Did you guys always want to be a dad?
Dak, I'm gonna let you take this one first.
Oh god.
Fire away,
Uh,
brother. Good luck.
At 19, when I became a dad, no, I did not want to be a dad. So that one was an accident, to be honest. But growing up, I always thought, yeah, at some point I would like a family. But at 19, fresh kid in the military, no, having a baby was not the first thing on my mind.
What about you, Benjamin?
You know the answer
I know
to
the
this.
story, but
So for the longest time, listen, I play video games all day. All right. As far as I'm concerned, you already had a kid, and it was me. I recognized for a long time that so what's the kindest way to say this? I am pretty self-centered a lot of the time. And I know that. I know that about myself when it comes to things I want to do and where I want to go. And so I didn't think that being a dad was for me. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I kind of took a leap of faith trusting you because your judgment on me oftentimes is 99.9% of the time is correct, right? You know me better than I know myself a lot of the time. And so you thought I'd be a good dad. And boy, howdy, do things change when I just said boy, howdy, by the way. So
You
if
did.
you, that's what that's a dad phrase for sure.
That's
Showing
Um,
your age there.
Jesus, I hate it. I trusted you that it was the right thing to do, and so we went for it. And man, I was gonna say things really change when you suddenly have a kid, right? So
Like,
out of the gate, I definitely did not. I didn't want to be a dad because I was too busy, too busy playing Tarkov and Destiny, and I guess at that point Tarkov wasn't out. But man, he's like the best thing in the entire world. Watching him experience games and life in general for the first time. I know it's a terrible like stereotype that parents live vicariously through their children, right? Because I
Yeah.
don't ever want to be the dad in the stands. It's like, run to the first base now. Like
That's
I don't
gonna
want to
be
be
us
that.
soon because he's
Nope.
starting T-ball.
Go, pick the ball. I don't want to be that dad, but at the same time, seeing him kick ass one day is going to be like the best thing in the entire world because I get to see it all happen again, but for somebody else, somebody that came from me, right? It's
Yeah.
just it's just such a it's almost an indescribable experience to witness your offspring go through life.
And that's
Right.
so true. Like we have, our son's a little bit older and he's in dance, he does hip hop. And seeing him just like be way cooler than we could ever be as
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
at
Oh
such
totally.
a young age, I'm just like, what the heck? Yes, that's my boy. And it's the best feeling.
They always say that men don't become dads until they actually hold their child for the first time, and women become mothers when they find out they're pregnant. Do you guys agree with that, or?
I mean, yeah, I
Oh.
can
I've
see
heard
how
that one.
that's true because you have that physical connection that we don't for the first 9 months.
Yeah. I don't have to carry around a bowling ball in the front of my stomach. So
Correct.
like that I
You're
1000%
lucky.
identify with that.
Yeah.
There's
listen,
no denying that one. Any
Ow.
man, any dad who tries to claim that one, I don't know what you're arguing.
look, being a dad before the kids born is very difficult, okay? I have to sit on my couch and drink beer and watch football. That's a lot of work, okay? I don't see you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't crucify me.
Watch
Did
out,
you,
Ben, they're coming for you.
do
Dude,
you
I
guys
know.
come from a big family or a small family?
Medium-sized family. I have 2 brothers.
Okay. Benjamin, you are.
I'm the youngest of 4, all boys as well. So it's
Wow, all these boys.
F's
All
and chat
boys.
for both of our mothers being the only women in the family when we were
Yep.
growing up.
And you both have boys.
Yeah.
Wait,
Correct.
that's true. Listen,
The
it's in
lineage
the
continues.
what can I
I mean,
say?
it was
It's
a
in the
curse
blood,
in
all
my
right?
family for like 2 generations till all the boys only had boys until my brother broke it.
For real? Oh man.
Yeah.
Even
Girl.
going through and thinking about it, my great aunt is the next closest born into the family girl in my family line.
I
So
guess
my-
that's
Nuts.
true.
My dad's
So
aunt
many.
is so what? There's two generations where there's no between me and the next girl, and that's it. And there's no
Dang.
other ones until I think like maybe 2 or 3 generations prior to that. If you go on my paternal side of the family line.
Dang, my
Yeah.
family's popping them out like rabbits. We're every
You
gender.
get a girl and you get a girl
Yeah.
and you get
Every
a girl.
9 months, it's like, We
Coming
got 'em
from
all.
my small family and marrying into Sam's large family was a giant wake-up call,
Oh.
especially because of the contrast of the type of personalities that exist in
married
my
the
family
family.
versus hers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was an only child for 10 years. My brother was born when I was 10. And
Mhm.
then I got step family and another step family. And then I got Ben's family and all the in-laws that come with that. And then I have
Hooray.
I have
So
so
many.
many siblings now. I have like 23 siblings, I think, between
Yeah.
all of my step siblings and their spouses, and then all of my in-laws and their spouses. So
Need a
going from
spreadsheet
like
just to keep track of the birthdays.
right? Thankfully,
Which
all
one
the
is it
birthdays
this
are
month?
like really close to each other. They clump for the most part.
That's why Eric
Yeah.
just decides to have them all on the same day. Their family's
Yeah.
like,
He did it on purpose, for sure.
Only have to remember one day. Honestly,
Exactly.
that's smart. That's
That's
smart as
why-
hell. You're like, all
That's what
right,
his mom did on purpose. Her second son.
we're,
She was like,
totally-
we're
yeah.
at
that's
9
what she
months
did.
before the day again. Is it time? We go now, right?
Today's the day. Go, go.
All right, Doc,
go.
induce me right now. I got a timeline.
You got
Oh my
24
gosh.
hours. You got to land right in the window. Go now.
She didn't want to celebrate 2 birthdays. Just make it one. Well, okay. So what's been y'all's favorite moments of being a dad? Like, is there one that just really sticks in your head? She's like, yes, this one.
Dak, you got one off the top of your head?
Uh, too
You
many
got
to
more
pick
years on
from.
him. Yeah.
I know,
It's-
but there's just so many.
It's difficult because I mean, with
You
your
cherish every moment with your
Yeah,
child, so nothing
yeah,
really ever stands out too much.
yeah. Dads don't pick favorites. Moms, huh? That's right. That's right.
It's your favorite kid, not favorite moment.
Oh,
You only have one.
I
damn
guess
it! I can't
You
use
don't
that
get to
card
pick
right now.
favorites.
honestly, maybe my favorite is one of the first actually because our son was born. Sam, is his birthday public? Can I say that?
No, I mean his
His
May
birth month
2nd.
maybe? May?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was born in May, and then I deployed in that November. So the first 6
Oh,
months he's
man.
just a small potato. So you don't really get to interact with him too much.
Yeah.
So maybe one of my favorite moments was when I came home from Afghanistan and I got to see him be a bigger potato because he's still in the first couple years of his life. So he's not all there for now. He's all there. That's the wrong way to put it. He's all there, but he's just not he's not the kid I know today, obviously.
It
So
sounds a lot like
coming
the
home
chat. Not all there. Yeah.
coming home and seeing Sam and Leif at the airstrip when I came home was probably it's up there with one of my favorites.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And you got there, and I think like a week later he took his first steps. Like you missed all of his
He was
first
saving
except for
him.
that. Yeah, it's like he was waiting for dad, and then he walked to dad, and it was
He
the
didn't
most
he didn't wait for his first word.
wholesome.
He said that one the day after I left.
The day after he left, he said dad that, and I was like, I hate it here.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I'm miserable.
just look him in the eyes. He's not here for that
we
anymore.
were on standby in Alaska, and Sam sends me the video of him saying that. I was like, "You little."
Why
Not
couldn't
that
you
made
just
me feel bad.
That's pretty funny. That's sad timing, but honestly, that's pretty
Oh,
funny.
it's funny. It's looking back at it now. It's hilarious, but I was so sad at that moment because I was about to get on a 17-hour flight. It's like that's all I can think about now.
Well, at least you have
Yeah.
like an opportunity for a really good memory though before you ship out, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like that's great.
Yeah.
For me, okay, this is tough because there are so many opportunities for like there's a lot of stuff that comes to mind. I will say the most recent one, actually it's funny that it was brought up earlier, but that Logitech racing wheel. So you know when kids are really into something and they like lean with what they're doing, or like it's like they disappear into their own little world, right? They're in their imagination and they're just gone. Like you could say their name 50 times and they never reply. So
Yeah.
when we first hooked that thing up and he sat down and was playing, that kid was cackling.
The cackle.
Oh,
was
Oh,
evil.
that's the best sound in the entire world.
And so we have like the security system in our house. There's a couple cameras inside, and like one's downstairs in the basement, basically where the TV and like all the setup was. So I pulled up on my phone and I was on stream. I was sitting here playing whatever, but I had it up, and it was like it's so funny. I'm his first viewer because I was basically watching him play, and he's like leaning into the steering wheel and turning with it and stuff, and he's, oh man, just watching him get enveloped in something that I love is it's kind of indescribable, you know. It's just this feeling of seeing somebody that you love something that you love is like it's just is a magical experience. I don't even know how else to describe it. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like that
for
feeling is
sure.
like amazing.
I'm waiting for my son to play his first Dark Souls game so I can experience that moment.
Okay.
Don't forget, if you take off the armor, you can roll faster, right, chat?
Correct. You run faster with a knife too.
Everybody knows you roll faster with a knife.
Yeah, Leif already knows that RGB makes you go faster anyway, so he's
For sure.
learning. It's up there.
It's like cars that are red that are supposedly quicker than cars that aren't red.
I mean, the insurance is
don't
more
forget.
expensive, so I guess it's true.
Right?
I know this is a tangent, but is that a real thing? That the insurance on red cars is actually higher?
I've always heard it's true. I've
Yes.
never owned a red car, so I don't know
Yeah.
if it's true or not.
No, it's true. My dad almost bought me one, then he was like, hell no. After he saw that.
We
Oh my
have
God.
we have 13,000 people watching.
Hello, 13,000 people.
Somebody in here is in insurance. So a
Oh,
lot of people are saying that
Selling
it's a
insurance
myth.
and
Yes,
insurance
everyone's saying yes.
accessories.
It's true.
Someone
It's
said yellow
true?
cars as well.
I've heard yellow as well, yeah.
Yeah, yellow
What
is
about-
another sports car color.
I'm gonna
Is
have
it
to have a
Bumblebee?
conversation with Jake at State Farm. We're gonna talk about this. We need to get this rectified. Jake, I'm calling you.
Clip it, Steve, for July.
Wait, that would be really good. No, anyway, sorry. Take care of ad requirements as we go, Chad. Look at that. Make it work.
And this
Oh
is
my
how we
gosh.
get stuff done.
Yeah, speaking of getting stuff done, though, if you had to let a streamer on Twitch babysit your kid, who would you pick?
So is this just a person at random, or someone
I
that
hope
we
it's
actually
someone
know?
you know.
Well, I
Okay,
don't know
so
if this kind of
basically,
question is like a theoretical or if it's like an actual thing that might happen.
you have to go do an event or something like that. Your kid is with you, and you're trusting somebody on Twitch to go take your kid and treat them for a fun day, but also keep them safe.
Let's say besides us, because
I was
obviously,
about to
like,
say
they've
because you
watched
guys
Leif
are right
and vice
there.
versa. Besides us. We're
So
busy
who do
women.
you
what
feel
you
like
mean?
would be
I'm
I feel like
between two.
Okay, you go. You go.
You want me to go first, or Dak? You got it.
I mean, I don't know as many people as you guys do, so this might be harder for me. I have to
Okay.
think.
I'll give you a second. Okay, so I've got two. First would be if I want a good, wholesome experience, Jordan Fisher by a mile.
Yeah.
He would sing to my kid. They'd play games. He'd play whatever video game. He'd do songs and dances for him. It would be wild. Charlie would have a great day. That being said, my kid is a little on the small side. Okay, he's a little guy, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But I know if I put that kid in the hands of Tim the Tat Man, things would be resolved real quick. I'm just saying, his kid, dude, I love Tim, I love Brew, but his kid's a tank, right? He's just he's a big boy. What is he? I think he's like what 1.5, almost 2 now. But like the answer there, it will be resolved almost immediately. I'm just saying. Or if I want him to get absolutely yoked, probably Nick Merckx. Nick's built like a
you
like
give
a.
our kid to Nick.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
yeah, he has these people categorized. for
Nick
being-
would put him in the gym.
Just put thought
100%.
into this question.
Yeah, you did.
Nick Merckx looks like Lou Ferrigno's big toe.
Tim
right?
would put him in the gym too.
That is yeah, but like you said, I had to give him to another fan, somebody else. I'm just saying those are my options. Is Jordan Fisher, Tim the Tab Man, and maybe Nick. I don't know. Nick's probably very busy being Nick.
What about you, Eric?
I don't know as many streamers. I don't want.
You don't even know him personally. Maybe it's just
adventure.
someone that you think is really cool.
Yeah.
The DrLupo. That guy can watch my kid.
There you go.
He's pretty cool.
Leif can come hang out with
Yeah.
us.
I mean,
Oh.
Leif has been to your house, I think.
Ammunition
Oh,
would be
no, no.
another good one. I think Anne would be a lot of fun to hang out
Oh yeah. I think Anne and Fromage would be a really good babysitter
Oh, yeah.
team.
If I had to choose for you, Dak,
There you
I
go,
would
please, thank
probably
you.
suggest like Lexi Games.
Oh yeah.
She and Bean would be amazing.
Yeah, she's good with kids. I've seen yeah.
Mhm.
Now that I think about it, because she's actually interacted with Leif before
Mhm.
at a Guardian Con, so
Yeah, I think she'd be great.
I think it'd be good. I'm sorry, that one. I was looking through
hard
the
one.
questions. I'm just like, I don't know.
There's always got to be one stumper question, right?
You want to ask
For
another
sure.
one, Sam?
Yeah. So we were talking about our kids playing video games that you guys really
Mhm.
want them to play. What was your guys' first video game?
Spyro the Dragon
It's
on the original PlayStation 1.
Spyro.
Spyro.
You okay? I'm gonna have to hipster you on this one. I'm very
Please
sorry.
do.
I've been in gaming for a while, all the
Oh,
way
man.
back when the NES first came out. So my first video game that I probably played or at least interacted with in some way, I think was the first Super Mario Brothers game on NES. But the one that I have the most memories of was actually the other half of that cartridge. If people remember, the NES when it released, I think this was at release. One of the first cartridges was a double, which they don't really do anymore. Obviously, you buy one game, you have to pay full one game price. But the other
Mhm.
half that was Duck Hunt, and that little blaster. We had the Duck Hunt blaster before they were required by law to put like crazy colors on it to make sure that it was not. People didn't realize it was it's not. This is not a real gun. It's just it's a little light detector basically. Which I have a fun fact
Mhm.
about the light detector here in a second too. But I'm pretty sure that was the very first game I actually played because You just pointed the blaster at the TV and you pull the trigger. Very easy, right?
Yeah.
Like a 3-year-old can play that because they just sit there. But that original Duck Hunt you could cheat the system real easy if you get a note card that's white and hold it up in front of the light blaster and pull the trigger, because all that it was really doing is when you would pull the trigger, it would change the screen, it would flash, and there'd be little white boxes where the duck was, and all it was looking for was if the white box was in the middle of the sensor. So you could just hold up a card and blast the card, and you'd get it every time. And you're like, "This game's so easy, dude. Are you kidding me?" Bap, 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 bap,
Lupo's a
bap.
hacker confirmed.
Right?
Cheating at a young age.
Now
Yeah,
I use
also-
radar and target. Sorry, chat.
I feel like Eric needs to preface why it's Spyro because of how he
I'm
grew up.
probably gonna lose some gamer points here, but I never had a Nintendo system
Yeah,
at all
he grew up
growing up.
in England. He
I was
visited
the I
castles.
was
Alright,
my
gotta
my
go.
dad was an enlisted Air Force cat, and I was born in England, and we didn't have a whole lot as
Okay.
as an enlisted person. So I was happy to get a PlayStation. So that's why Spyro is my first game that I actually remember. I
You know
haven't.
what?
I don't
We'll
have.
allow it. It's
He
okay.
played real life graphics.
Thanks, chat.
Sure.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was my first Zelda game. So I
What?
don't
Mhm,
exactly.
mhm.
We
I've had
there's
to
so
educate
much-
this
we-
man. Don't you
So much
worry.
time, dude. Oh man. You've missed out on so much.
I
There's so
know.
much games, dude.
Sam has let me know about how disappointing my childhood was because I didn't have
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Disgusting, right? Ugh,
It's
how dare
awful.
they marry him?
I'm not
I'm
going to
sorry to
tell
hear-
you where my Nintendo was then.
I'm sorry to hear about your guys' pending divorce. That's really too bad. You know,
10
It's
years
been a
is
good
enough,
run.
you know.
It's been a good run.
Duck Hunt was my first game too, that I remember playing, and it was very difficult to play in the back of a limo.
Sure. Oh, a limo.
Flex.
Weird Guardium Flexiosa.
no, now you have to. Now you got to explain that for
My
front page.
parents, owned a
Yeah.
my parents owned a limo service growing up from the age of 3 till about, I think, like 8. They had the biggest fleet of limos in Nebraska. We had like 13 limos or shuttle buses in total at the max. And my job as a kid was to vacuum them out after they came back and wash them. And I got $1 to vacuum them out and $1 to wash them. And then after that, if I was done and the limos didn't need to be taken out, I could sit in the back of the limo on accessory and play Nintendo. And then
so
once
cool.
the Super Nintendo came out, then we switched out the Super Nintendo, and then the regular Nintendo went into the house, and then we continued on with that. So as like new consoles got switched out, we would take them out of limo, and then they would come into the house. Otherwise, it was like, man, I really want to play XYZ game. Oh, that limo's not in the garage today. I can't go do that one because it's on a run.
I
Your
like
limo's
how-
your console.
As I say, I like how we started that off because you were like, "Oh, in our limo," and so I tried to get that to turn into a not a flex. You're like, "Oh, it's part of business," but then you went along the, "Oh, we had the most limos in the state." Like, I'm trying to help out here. You got to work with me here, hon. Okay.
You
really
always
cool,
say
though.
that I'm the person that is like actually lived all the weird things
You've
in
lived
life.
an actual life. I've sat in a basement. No, that's true. You know,
My
that
first
is-
day of
that-
kindergarten, my parents drove me to school in a limo, and I didn't have any friends because they thought I was snotty. But really, my parents didn't have any money to buy a different car. Okay.
Oh. Pain
Yes,
is a lot.
exactly.
True.
It was just very deceiving, especially when the limo got stuck in the little roundabout thing to come pick me up for my first day. of
Wait, for real?
My dad had to go up on the curb because he brought the shortest one that he had. It was a 6-person limo, but it's still fairly long.
It just keeps getting better.
I know.
Keeps
I'm
getting
Big
better.
oof.
I think
Oh,
we had
gosh.
only limos for like 2 years before we finally could afford another car.
Oh my gosh. Well, moving.
Anyways.
on. What-
I've never heard that story.
What's the game that y'all are looking forward to playing with your sons?
Dark Souls.
No, not showing your sons. Playing it
No,
with
I
your
want him to
sons.
play it.
No,
There's
not
multiplayer.
showing your sons, Eric.
There's
Playing
multiplayer.
with your
There's
sons.
multiplayer.
Okay, pick a real game.
Like a real game, she says.
Now that's hurtful. Okay, you can't be saying
A
stuff like
real
that.
multiplayer game.
That was the one I had. She's ruined me.
Mine is actually probably pretty easy.
Okay.
Smash
off.
Brothers.
Okay.
Nah, Smash.
I was close.
Yeah, I mean they're both equally painful sometimes. Now, growing up, me and my buddy up the street, I've had the same like best friend since I was like 5. Um, when Smash first came out for Super Nintendo, he got it, and I would go over there every single day in the summer, and then after school during the year, and we played basically constantly. Um, Super Smash Brothers is, in my opinion, one of the greatest games ever made, especially with the number of crossovers and crazy stuff that's in it right now, and how the fighting game community around it has embraced some of these super off the wall characters that and I don't mean in the game, I mean the people that play it and stream it and stuff. Some of those guys are crazy and I love it. Um it's just I think Smash as a whole is one of the most intriguing, intricate groups that I've ever seen. I think it's absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to play Smash with him one day.
Leif is chaotic at Smash.
He's gotten a lot better.
Yeah, Leif's played a lot at those, but he's older than Charlie.
Fighting
So-
games for kids often, I'm sure, start off as butt mashing, and I don't blame them because sometimes
That's how I still play.
Sometimes that's how I
I
play.
I didn't
only
want to
play
say it,
Pikachu,
but
and it's down and B forever, and that is it.
God, we gotta get you doing different moves.
No,
honey.
it's only Pikachu. Okay, he's cute.
Give me
Yeah.
Link.
I feel like Charlie would be really fun with Smash. Who do you think he'd pick? Like, what character do you think he would pick?
Probably Pikachu.
Right now,
Probably one-
Pikachu.
Leif picks Pikachu.
Pikachu or maybe Mario. I mean,
Mario, yeah.
probably a character he recognizes. But I'm gonna
Life
be
really
honest with you,
likes Kirby. Sorry.
don't little pink bubble gum ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get to be everybody at that point.
I think Charlie would actually probably be kind of frustrating to play against. And it is because he does not do super well with losing at things.
Leif too.
Does
Yeah,
it make
I
it?
imagine Charlie would play like he does with Hungry Hippos, where it's
Where,
just a
what,
lot
where,
of
he, where he tells me the rules and tells me to stop grabbing all the balls, and I have to let him
and then
win.
there's a lot of like yelling and cackling until he realizes that he's not doing well, and then it's crying.
Yep. No, that sounds. No, you're right. That's about right.
It's like,
Yeah.
"Ah!" And then he realizes that there's only one left, but his can't get it, and then he goes, "No, stop!"
Yeah.
That-
You got more than half of them. You're not supposed to do that. Oh, sorry, bud. My bad.
I didn't know those rules.
I didn't know.
Leif
Yeah.
is really
They
good
didn't
at
print
Mario
those in the
Kart.
paper.
Charlie's
Mario
getting good
Kart's
at
a good
Mario
one.
Kart too.
Yeah.
Any of the driving
that's a fun
games,
one for
whether
their
it's with
age.
the wheel or not, those are I think are the ones that he excels at the most.
Anything Nintendo Life really loves,
Hmm.
I don't
as
blame
they're
them.
designed for.
Yeah, it's literally catering to the audience. Perfect. Sounds like they're doing a great job.
There you
Good job,
go.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
What's a moment where you felt like the most like top tier dad? Like, has there anything that occurred and you're just like, I'm a darn good father.
Funny thing is, I
Helping
bet you
Leif
Sam
get
knew and I
over
can
one
think
of his
something
fears.
instantly.
Would you
Probably.
say, Eric?
Probably helping Leif get over his fear of high ceilings.
Yeah.
This is tough. This is like
You
this
guys
is
did
a
not
rigged
give us
question.
easy questions.
We
This
did
is
it.
a rigged question. No, I'm frustrated. This question is unfair because you're again making me choose a favorite moment. And that's I
No,
love.
one of your favorites. Just
I don't.
one.
I don't know that's.
This isn't a dartboard where you can just throw it and pick a favorite.
What's a standout moment of being a good father?
I can think
Well,
of
I
one
think
from when
this
he
is
was a
really
baby
good.
for you.
What do you got?
You are the only person in those first few weeks that he would instantly be quiet for.
Oh, I guess if you look back at when we were in the hospital, like right after he was delivered, they have those little like wheelie wagon. It looks like a dresser you put next to your bed, like a nightstand. but it's got the plastic bucket on the top with all the bedding inside that
Mhm.
they put the kid in, right? So you can move him around and all that. So we swallowed up in there. And I remember she's laying on the bed because she just pushed a bowling ball out of her vagina, and I'm sure that was very painful.
A strenuous task.
Exactly. This was a couple hours afterwards, and we're in like the post room or whatever. Um, and he's in there, so all swaddled up. Um, but he wouldn't stop fussing, and she was trying to sleep. And so I stood like long ways next to the cart and kind of leaned over. And I put my pointer fingers in his hands, and this is like when he's hours old, and he's squeezing them, and that's what got him to quiet down the very first time when we needed him to we wanted him to just like relax. So holding on to my fingers, even though I remember how painful that was for my lower back, because it's like you're at like just the right height where you're really not supposed to bend that way, but you did anyway. You're like, I'll deal with this later. It's fine. I got to take care of my kid. It's one of
That's
those
a story
sacrifices.
of being a dad.
Yeah, exactly. That moment was one of those ones that like will always stand out to me as, you know what? I can deal with the pain for a little bit if he's quiet. And I'll always look back at that as something that stands out for me.
It's really sweet.
Mm.
I'm adorable. I know. Don't
You're
worry,
a better
You are.
storyteller than I am.
It is.
It's like you do this for a living or
I was
something.
just say it kind of is my job to an extent, right? I'm also a professional babysitter. Chat. I'm looking at you. Everybody got their juice box? You know who you
No,
are.
I don't. Crap. Let me go get one.
Yeah, I do.
Stop kicking the seat, chat. I'll turn the stream around.
Everyone have their permission strips.
Let's turn this
for
plane
field
around
trip.
quick.
Permission strips. Your chicken strips. Those are hard questions though, because like honestly, as a mom, I'm like, my
about you?
answer would be pushing out a kid.
I mean, yeah, I guess
don't
that's a
pretty
pass
much.
feeling right there.
What more do you want from me?
Yeah, that's my
We
top
win
tier moment.
everything.
You carry that war story forever.
Fight us.
Okay. If you talking about mothers, yeah, we push out babies and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
we
but
do.
now is your moment to swoon us. Flip the tables a little bit. Was there a moment where this sounds like so self-centered of us to ask this question. Was there a moment that you looked at us and you're like, man, I'm so glad that our kid has you as a mom?
Every day of his life.
All right,
Because
cop
she is
out.
twice the
Thanks, but,
parent.
like,
No, you really are twice the parent that I could ever be. You really are.
oh,
You have such the nurturing nature that I don't have, and that's how we work together. So
You sound like you're
I-
describing me too. Like relative to you and I are very similar.
Sam said that on more than one occasion.
It is always miraculous to me to watch you deal with that. Deal's the wrong word.
Interact,
work
maybe.
with him in frustrating moments,
Uh-huh.
or without exploding. Answer the same question 50 times in a row. Your patience is literally unmatched, and I credit that to you, my wifey Samantha, to you taking care of your brother a lot when you were younger, and then becoming a portrait photographer for families. You're working with kids 24/7. So it's like it's in your blood. You couldn't help it, but know how to appropriately respond and handle and care for a kid. It just seems like it could be any moment off the cuff, and you know how to deal with it. And then you put that same shit in front of me, and he's like, "Daddy, answer the same question for the 7th time." I'm like, "Ask your mother." Nope. Can't do it.
She's over there.
Nope.
Go.
And yeah, I think the pain for me is I can't put Charlie in emote only mode, right? There's no button for that. And there's sometimes where
Our kid is
I
not
don't want-
chat.
suddenly you're just like,
but you know what I mean, right? Like it's just one of those things where you want to figure out how to answer the question, but you're like, I've answered it 17 different times. Please just, this is the answer. It's not good enough for you. I don't know what to tell you. But they just keep going. You always know how to deal with them. You always know how to handle that situation appropriately, the right way. And it's not like I can't figure it out. It's just instantly what to do every time.
I've been
Aw,
around a
y'all
lot
are
of kids.
Yep.
Yeah, my Sam's story is kind of similar. She had to take care of her family a lot when she was younger, so she has that experience for life. And my mom was a single mom, so she was a really tough love kind of lady. And then I went into the Marine Corps, and then I worked in construction. So I've only ever been around hard asses my whole life. So that's all I really know how to interact.
Mom, that's a compliment if you're listening.
She is. My mom is the most badass woman I've ever met in my entire life, and nothing can ever change that. Sorry, sweetie.
No, I agree with you.
You're like, I bow
I look up
down.
So Sam has that thing that I will never have, of the nurturing nature, and like you said, knowing how to deal with all of that when I just want to turn it off. So
Yep.
she's there when I can't be for all of those moments, and I'm there for all the others. She's amazing at this.
So there, you
Let's
got
just
enough.
keep talking about how cool Sam is, because
Remember when this was a Father's Day podcast?
Yeah. Where's our moment? Damn it.
All right, so
okay,
Sam,
then
you ready to end the show?
well, thanks, guys. Have a good day.
All right, roll credits.
No. Good. Go to the because I know what question's coming up.
What is a polarizing opinion about being a parent that you have?
A polarizing
Ooh.
opinion.
Are we gonna get in trouble for answering this?
Chad,
It's an
don't
opinion.
don't cancel us. All right.
I mean, I don't exist on the internet, so
Wait,
Sometimes
don't
I wish.
cancel me. Hang on.
Sometimes I wish
Hold on.
Okay, a polarizing opinion about parenting that we have. Something that would so-called hot take.
or an unpopular opinion, maybe.
Oh man, this is tough
Mm.
because I feel like we've done a pretty good job. Man, this is going to sound self-centered. I have no polarizing opinions because everything I've done as a parent is correct. How about that? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Spankings are okay if done in the correct setting, but not as abuse. Is that in there? I don't know how
That
some
could
people feel
definitely
about it.
be a polarizing opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
I think-
people, for some reason, don't like it.
I think growing up, I was only ever spanked like one time, and
was
I don't
spanked a
remember.
ton.
I don't remember
was
what it was for.
Like
Oh.
the spankings were like beating.
Okay, I do actually have one now because someone in chat brought it up too. While we have tried to maintain an absence of bad language from Charlie's vocabulary, I think that so long as kids are taught appropriately when they learn what the words are, that a child swearing isn't the big deal to me. I think if some kid at school comes up and pushes him and Charlie goes, "Stop being a dick," I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, kid's being a dick." Like if he's being a dick and my kid calls him a dick because he's being a dick, then yeah, fire away. Like I don't think I have an issue. I don't have an issue with kids swearing. So long as I don't want them just walking around dropping F bombs left and right, that kind of thing. Like
Context
that's
matters.
yeah, but if you're using it in the right way, if the kid is like if a kid throws sand at Charlie and Charlie says, "Hey, fuck off," I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, that kid should probably fuck off." No, you're right. That kid should absolutely. You know what I mean? Like that just it makes more sense to me because then I don't want to. There's no sense in being afraid of a word. It's just a word,
Then you
right?
turn out like me.
There you go.
I was taught that bad words were bad, and that adding it into religion and stuff like that, that I was going to hell each time that I said a bad word. And even now as an adult, my heart hurts when people put me on the spot. Like Ben sometimes will just to be a jerk, will be like, say XYZ word, and I can't. I get panicky. My heart races because I feel like I am doing something terribly wrong. Even
Samantha.
now, as an almost 35-year-old, don't do it.
Samantha, say fuck.
Don't do it.
Samantha, say fuck. Try it.
Stop it.
Can you get the word out?
Twitch said that we have to be brand safe, okay?
Fuck is brand safe. Dear Twitch staff, what's up? We're good. Don't worry about it. So
So
I understand
yeah,
what's
I don't
going
know.
on.
That's a polarizing opinion.
Sorry, honey. I had to put you on the spot.
I know. Oh man. Okay, so then if you don't want these polarizing opinions, to be polarizing or whatever, what is your top tip for new parents? All the time, at least for Benjamin, when people come to his chat and they're like, "Hey, I'm about ready to have a baby. What do you have for me?"
Number
Ask
one.
for help.
Yeah. There you go. That's a really good one. It is okay to ask for help.
Set your pride aside.
Oh my
Everyone needs
God.
help all the time. It's
Bro,
okay.
being a parent is terrifying and super difficult sometimes. Other people have done it, and especially if you're a new one, I 1,000% agree with that. That is a very good answer.
Yeah, they always say that it takes a village to raise a child, right?
Yeah.
It stands
For
true.
sure.
The other thing that I say when people come into chat and ask, sorry,
No, go ahead.
So it is often difficult to fully understand an infant's needs. There's a pretty short checklist of what they need. They need to be obviously clothed, warm. They need to be fed. They need to be burped and clean, right? So they poop, you clean them up, that kind of thing. You take care of all of that, and sometimes because they're brand new to the world, they're still monumentally pissed off, and that's because they're new. They don't even know how it's like you take a pilot and put them in a plane they've never flown. You got to sit there and you got to figure out how to fly that plane, right? You don't know what all the buttons do. You don't know what all the controls are necessarily. Or you take someone that and take a kid and put them in a race car. They don't know how to work the thing, right? It's just an infant's the same way. They don't know how to run that body. They got muscles. They don't know what they're doing. Everything's blurry. They can't fucking see. It's wild. And so you have to remember, it's okay if you've satisfied all the needs. It's okay to swaddle that baby up, put them down in their crib, safe spot, right? And there's nothing around. Put them somewhere safe. It's okay to take 2 minutes and step away, because you will feel like you've satisfied all their needs, you've done all the things on the checklist, and they will still be mad because they don't know what they're doing either. So
Yeah.
taking 2 seconds to take a 30-second break from your kid, it's fine. They're going to be fine. It's okay. Put them somewhere safe, right? Obviously, do the right thing there. But because the alternative of getting overly frustrated with a child that doesn't even know what it's doing is bad, right? There's a lot of bad things that happen from parents that let that get to them because they don't think. Look at that kid and be like, "You don't know what you're doing. It is okay. It's okay to not know."
The fourth trimester is a real thing in
Oh God, yeah.
every sense of the matter. That
Mhm.
literally the first 3 months is just survival for everybody, for parents, for the baby, even for if moms are breastfeeding, that's survival. Your body is only on supply and demand until about
Yeah.
3 months, and then it starts to actually maintain its normalcy. And so it just, the first 3 months, and that so many people are like, I love the newborn stage. And I'm like, you love feeling like you're dying? Great.
I think that more comes from a place of I love feeling like I'm providing for that, right? That's got to be. I'm trying to reason it out in my head how someone could be like, I love being at the every beck and call of an infant. The only way I could imagine that actually going well is if they're fully dedicated to providing for somebody, right?
Mm.
Parenting is difficult, but
Yeah.
to be honest, I think that we're all doing the best that we can, and that's literally all kids can have. Kids,
You'll make it.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Yep. Kids
I
literally
have a
just need
question.
food, water, and hugs.
I have a question that's not on our list. Was there anything that your parents ever told you growing up, like that you tell your child, even though you don't mean it at all, as not really a threat, but I guess it could be seen as a
If
threat.
you do
So,
this,
like,
the
we
cops
used
are
to,
gonna arrest you or whatever.
yeah. So like we used to flick the light switch on and off, and so they would
Oh.
tell me, if you do that, you're gonna start a fire, or if you do that, I'm gonna break your fingers. I'm just like,
If you cross your eyes for too long, they're gonna get stuck that way. You know
Yep.
that, right? They're gonna
Right?
get
Yeah.
stuck that way. You'll never be able to get. And it's like
You
that's
stick your tongue out too long, a bird's gonna poop on it.
wait. That's you're wait. Did your parents tell you that, Samantha?
Yeah.
Oh my God. What if that were real? That's terrifying. I wouldn't go
Right?
outside.
And it never clicked. It never clicked in my head that the accuracy for a bird flying past to poop on my tongue.
Yeah, it'd be little poop snipers. I don't know about that.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. What about you, Eric? Do you have anything?
My mom just had that look.
Just
So
the look.
words never need be spoken.
My
still
dad has that look even
She still
now.
has that look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost 30, and my mom still terrifies me when she looks at me like that.
My dad has the disappointing, like, I'm disappointed face where I'll say or do something, and even now he'll look at me and it's just like.
Yep, I know exactly. Oh yeah, I
And
know
every
exactly
single
what
time,
face it is.
and recently I've gotten to the point that I'm just like, I look at him back and I say, stop. Okay, just stop. I know that I don't make you happy all the time, okay? Just stop. I can't help it.
I know what that look is.
Do you guys have any? This is your time to shine before Benjamin has to leave and we kick you guys out of here. This is your time to shine to embarrass us. If you have any questions or stories,
Oh man.
have at it. You have 5 minutes, and then I'm kicking you out.
I have one in my head. If you need to think,
I'm thinking.
okay. How many years do you need to be told to pick up your damn clothes off the floor
Oh, are we
before
asking
it will
Eric
stick?
this?
No, I'm asking my wife this.
Please,
Sam, you don't
Eric,
have any
Eric,
room to talk about
Copy
this.
paste that, send it to my husband. please.
This is why I specifically got a basket to put next to my side of the bed, because that's where I get changed. Is
A basket? Girl, we got like 5 baskets up there.
then
There's
you
a
do
whole
the
army of
damn
baskets.
laundry, okay?
I gotta work all day. Who's supposed to take care of these kids? I go to daycare. I'm just saying. And this has been a thing. No, hold on, chat. Back when she and I first started dating, when we were in college, acceptable. I understand. You got a lot of stuff going on. You got to write papers. You got to do all that. I get it.
My life is
But
not as busy as it was in college.
if I go up, if I go up to our bedroom right now, how many different sweatshirts, socks, slippers, shirts, pants are on
Only
your side
one
of the
pair
bed
of
right now?
slippers because the other pair is on my feet right now, okay?
Oh yeah. How many pairs of your shoes are sprinkled around the house like little treasure bombs to find over the course of a day? If we
I
go
don't
in the
know. Come
laundry room,
upstairs
baby.
and fight me about it.
Yeah, you said this was my time to go in. I'm going in.
Welcome to Lupo
Gotta do a
Therapy
percentage
Time.
of how much clothes in your room belongs to your wife and how much belongs to you, Ben. What's the percentage?
All right, we don't need to talk about that though, because a lot of the stuff that's on my side of the bed is stuff that people have sent me that I'm too damn lazy to look through. Okay, that's my defense. My stuff, all my dirty clothes are in where the dirty clothes go. Okay.
Excuse me, I can't open the closet door all the way because you have a pile of clothes that sits on the floor behind the door.
Your stuff is on the side that it opens to anyway. You don't need to open the door all the way. Are you kidding me? My stuff is hidden, but what you got to go into my clothes behind the door? You're not allowed to. No. Nope. Disagree. Press X to doubt, chat. Doubt.
Big doubt.
This is why I wanted to add this in here.
All right, Eric, go on. I've got rebuttals for everything you
I know.
Sam's taking notes.
Sam's way smarter than me at this, so I'm not gonna open up that can of worms today.
No, do it. Open it. I'm ready to
No.
fight. I'm feeling feisty.
Why don't you just go worry about Kingdom Hearts and worry about
No,
all the other stuff
stop.
later?
Oh
It's a
no,
great thing.
we're gonna lose her.
No.
And I
I
was
had
just
10
thinking
minutes
about it.
to not think
Sure
about
Just
it.
thinking about Emperor Zurg and Gandalf the White and how somehow they turn into Kingdom
No,
Hearts.
Dak, we still have another hour. Don't leave me alone.
Oh, this is my pain back for Sam. She wants to have rebuttals. This is the pain that I cause her.
Okay, yeah, Sam, what's your rebuttal?
Go fold the laundry, Eric.
Yes, ma'am.
'Cause I'm working.
You know, I worked for 8 years of our marriage. It's my turn to take care of the house.
Do you want to fight?
I literally said something
I
that
know.
was to your defense.
He was actually helping you.
Like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
trying to help you, and you
Right.
still want to fight about it.
I've got like boxing gloves, or they're sock and bottoms.
Sam, you
Like,
just
hey,
want to
honey,
fight. That's
I
all.
know
You're
you're
like
working and you're the
nitpicking
breadwinner for
everything.
the house,
Brought
and I'm
up
going to try and
Kingdom
help
Hearts.
you. Why are you doing that?
No, I'm frustrated.
Welcome to the Magic Word, a chaotic good talk show on Twitch.
These are our husbands who are somehow we're still married to.
Who somehow still like us.
I got to figure out how to get Noah as my lawyer first.
Oh no. You're gonna have to
Oh,
fight
yes,
me
yes,
tooth
yes,
and
yes.
nail for that one.
God. This is getting darker and darker. by the
Anyways,
second,
this
not
is the
gonna lie.
This
end
is how
of the
me and
first
Dad
hour
play
of
with each
Magic Word. Thank you,
Allegedly.
husbands, for coming and joining.
Of course.
You.
All right, have a good day, guys. We will see you around later.
Enjoy the rest
Thank
of
you
your
guys
show.
for having us.
Yes.
It was good to see you, Eric. You have a good day.
Bye, husbands.
You too, Ben.
Bye.